Okay, I want to talk about some books that help with trading. For the most part, there's no book that's really going to help you with a trading strategy. I feel like YouTube and just getting your feet wet is going to help with that. There are books, like I think I read Day Trading for Beginners or something, like in 2020. But the main thing about trading that makes you a good trader is your psychology. I'm telling you, it's really the bread and butter of it. And these books really help with that. And these are the books I read. These are the books I read this year. One of them I read last year, but the first one, everyone's favorite, Trading in the Zone by Mark Douglas. It's really good. The main things I took away from this book was if you're a risk taker, you shouldn't be scared to lose money. Most of us are risk takers, so it's like because especially with trading, like when I was drop shipping, I was blowing money. I was not scared because every bit of money or every ad I ran, I'm like, this is the one. This is the one that's gonna take off. This is the one that's gonna take off. Versus like with trading, every trade you're like scared to lose money for some reason, and it's they're not the same obviously because with dropshipping that one product can take you to a million and all your prayers are answered. But at the same time, it's like you it could still take you like it took me 30 products. So I ran my credit card so much dropshipping, which I never have ran up that much with trading. So you shouldn't be scared to lose money if you're a risk taker. Every trade is just like it's really just repetition. That's what trading is. Some you win most of the ones, then you lose if you have a strategy that you've hunkered down, you just execute. It's just repetition. The next thing I got from him was trading is like gambling. Even though I don't like when people say that, I think it's just like I said, repetition and patterns. But he says with your edge and your knowledge, you're more like the casino, not the person losing money. So then in that case, yes, you can basically make money gambling. You can be the casino and make a lot of money gambling. It talks about your attitude, and but really that like the risk taking part. Like you are a risk taker. You're not scared to lose money. Just get in the trades, get the repetition down, get your edge, and you're basically like the casino. This book I did not like as much because literally the it's a lot of fluff until the last chapter. The last chapter of the book literally is like how to become a disciplined trader, like the actual steps you need to take to become a disciplined trader. It's really good. Trading in the zone really talks about the psychology of trading, why we are the way we are, why we don't like failure, and how we come up. So it's very more all around psychology book. Like that book, you should read the whole book, but for this book, you literally should only read the last chapter. The last chapter literally breaks it down. Like step one, stay focused on what you need to learn. Step two, deal with losses. Step three, become an expert at just one market behavior. Step four, learn how to execute a trading system flawlessly. And then step five, learning how to think in probabilities because your no strategy is 100%. I'm telling you. There is a trade every day, yes, but it's not for every strategy. Sorry to say. That's why with ICT, I think it's easier to just learn one. As you could get that one, then you can learn them all. Because when you learn all his strategies, then yes, you'll see that every day. Like one day it's accumulation, manipulation, distribution. The next is a silver bullet. The next day may be just a simple 2022 mentorship model. But if you just focus on one in the beginning, it's not going to happen every day. Then step six, learning to be objective. Step seven, learning to monitor yourself. And that's the last step. So basically, yeah, you don't have to read the whole book. Just read it. Or I just told you what it is. But he gives you exercises about what to do each step. One of the best books I've read, I read this. This is the one I read last year on vacation, The Power of Discipline. It's so short by Daniel Walter. I read this literally in one day. Venus Williams literally said, if you learn discipline, it's literally a superpower because you can get anything you want out of life. We all struggle with this. It's very hard to do discipline. When you enjoy something, it helps. But again, I'm one of those people. If y'all on YouTube are new, but if you've been my friend from Instagram or know me after years, I've been like 3 months. I'll do dropshipping 3 months. I'll do a clothing brand 3 months. I'll trade and like I'll never give up enough. I've always rotated between the three. I've never like done one until 2023. I did dropshipping for the entire year. Starting like April, so I did for like 8 9 months, and then I've been trading now again for 6 months. I'm only not dropshipping because I was paying off my credit cards, and I started trading again while paying off my credit cards because I need something to do because I just can't just sit here and do nothing. I will start dropshipping again once trading replaces my income because I did quit my job for this. So once trading pops off, I will be dropshipping again. I'm not quitting. Those are the two I'm doing. And I probably will do a clothing brand again. I'm going to do all three eventually, but you just need the capital to do so. Book number 4, Hustle Harder, Hustle Smarter by Curtis Jackson. Really good book about mindset and things too, like knowing your value, constructing a good crew, hustle. What is this? Each chapter is something. Heart of a Hustler. It's really like generic but good things for all aspects, whether business, acting, rapping, trading. All you hear is be fearless, cultivate a heart of a hustler, build a strong crew, know your value, evolve or die, love, evolve or die. Shape your perception, don't be afraid to compete, learn from your L's, and avoid the entitlement trap. All things you should learn, whether dropshipping, trading, anything, business, especially evolve or die, because there's times where, like I said, you have to evolve in your journey. I have to evolve out of certain things depending on what my job or bank account allow me to do. Also, he has good things about himself in here. If you like tea, he talks about sometimes who he dated and why he liked who he dated, which is so weird sometimes. But it's just really good overall. A hustler mindset. Book. Okay, these 2 books are really important. These are recommended to me by a trader. I know if I find him on TikTok, I can tell you his name. But he's that like maybe Middle Eastern guy with like the curly hair and the fade on the side. I think he lives in like Raleigh now. Just got some new teeth. I want to find his name. I'm sure he's on YouTube. But he talked about this book. It's called The 7 Laws of Spiritual Success by Deepak Chopra. It's a very spiritual book. So if you're into that, like manifestation, spirituality like that, it's very good. He has another book about creating affluences, wealth consciousness. I want to read that one next for sure. And then this was The Power of Positive Thinking. So basically, I want to talk about these 2 books because they're kind of the same book, but this one is very Christian, religious based. So if you are Christian, Muslim, Catholic, you probably enjoy this book better than this book. If you're super spiritual and really anti-religion, you probably would like this book better. But if you're like me, you can read them both. Also, I know a lot of my Christian friends are the ones who really put me on meditation. Like even like B. Simone, she's very spiritual but God-based, Christian-based, and she talks about reading The Secret and the Power of Manifestation. A lot of people talk about the Power of Manifestation, even though they're very Christian. You can take good things about them depending on your mindset. Like I didn't finish this book because I really wasn't in that religious mood, but he does talk about how like when he's nervous for an interview, all he just says is, I can do anything through Christ who strengthens me, and like you can just say that. Like there's just good things to take from both. Like one of the best things about this one was honestly the law of detachment, which is so fucking hard for me. But one of the best things I took from this was meditating every morning, which I try to do before I trade, and writing my desires. Like I want to be funded. I'm like my notepad on my phone and looking at it when I wake up, looking at it before I trade, looking at it before I go to bed. I haven't been as consistent with it, but they both have good practices for things you can do consistently to manifest or speak into your dreams. So these are very good mindset books for sure, especially like these 3. These 4 will go for anything, not just trading, you know what I'm saying? Like these are books that your mindset comes first because that's what hinders you. If your mindset isn't strong, like I could have been a profitable trader and a millionaire dropshipper years ago if I just had the discipline and the mindset to like not get bored or not get upset when things didn't happen fast enough for me. And or also I had a good job where I was making 6 figures, so it's really hard to like leave that versus when you have like a shittier job, or you're like me now where I quit my job to really get and focus on this. It's hard to give up good money even though you want to make 5-6 times that. But yeah, these are great books for mindset. Right now I'm switching over to fantasy because I got a groove with trading, so I didn't really need trading and books like that anymore. But now my trading kind of is spiraling, so I'm probably going to tap back into some of these books. But yeah, these are books you read for trading and or business and or for spirituality and or for positivity in your life. Not just, I have other books for like dropshipping, copywriting, marketing, business, making money, but I think these are good for just like a good positive life and a good positive outlook on whatever you want to do. So yeah, thank you guys.